Here are some thoughts on monitoring daily world events and on being a news junkie. News junkie is kind of a pejorative or self-deprecating term for a person who pays close attention to the news or who pays close attention to factual information. Uh, this has both benefits and disadvantages. One of the disadvantages of monitoring daily events in today's world is that there's a lot of bad news and there are a lot of things to get upset about or be depressed about. Getting upset or being depressed usually doesn't help solve the problems, but the problems are there and they can be disturbing at the very least. Every day, I've gotten into the habit of gathering and saving news stories and factual information from a variety of major newspapers and news sources around the world. I start out with the digital editions or the web editions of print media. Um, Newspapers like the Washington Post and the New York Times, the Guardian, Le Monde, uh, Globo from Brazil, um, and newspapers from a number of countries that I have that I can speak the languages of. I've recently been paying a lot of attention to developments in Brazil. Behind me on the screen there is another news junkie, um, a philosophy professor named Paulo Girardelli, who every day comes up with prolific commentary, which he turns into YouTube videos. He can talk about an amazing number of subjects. Another source of interesting commentary and presentation of daily issues would be Tom Hartman and the Tom Hartman channel, or I guess it is a channel, and Tom Hartman Talk Radio. Lately, I've got access to Sling TV, which is a streaming television application that allows you to follow news from major networks around the world. I pay for the Brazilian channels and for the Latin American channels, and I also watch Euro News, BBC News, and a whole variety of different news programs. Once you've watched or gathered news and tried to review it for a couple of hours, you can become more or less mesmerized or hypnotized, and you can lose your focus. So one of the big things that any person who's interested in following political events, economic events, or the news needs to do is to maintain focus. So those are my initial thoughts today on the gigantic problem of keeping abreast of major issues in the world. Now, if you do keep abreast of major issues in the world, your decisions about how to vote or what to do or whether to participate or not in the politics of your local area or your country, your decision making is likely to be better informed and more intelligent, although not necessarily, because a person who becomes obsessed and angry can have his or her vision clouded by emotion. So it's not a definite plus to be a news junkie.